Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we're going to be presenting for our subject operating system. Our topic for discussion today was disk scheduling. Group member presented today is Zarif Zharfan bin Zamzam, Wan Shahbudin Umar bin Wan Ali, and me myself Hudzaifah Aziz. So without further ado, we're going to proceed with introduction, and it's going to be presented by Zarif Zharfan. So Zarif.
Okay, thank you, Hudzaifah. So first we look at the agenda. Okay, we have introduction and primary goals, methodology, design and implementation, result and discussion, and lastly, conclusion. Okay, first for the introduction, this project will discuss how the bus will send all passengers to different locations by using this scheduling algorithm. So by using this algorithm, it's able to study advantage and disadvantage of this method. Okay, for the algorithm, we use 5 algorithm, which is first come first serve, FCFS, okay, then SSTF, scan, C-scan, look, and C-look. Okay, for this project primary goals, the goal is of this project is to minimize the time taken and maximize throughput of sending passengers. Okay, this is we can look the methodology of this project. So first we can look which is start the system will start, and also and then it will go to the identify the load of passenger and distance, and after that it will move to assign algorithm to use, and then it will move to sending passengers it will ask sending passengers successful. Is not, it will return to the identified load again, and if yes, it will go to the next step lah. Okay, for design and implementation, I will pass to Wan to present this
topic.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, my name is Wan Shahbudin. I will present about design and implementation. For design and implementation, we have first come first serve, SRTF, scan, C-scan, look, and C-look. Okay, first one is first come first serve. The bus will send who come first, and the last passenger will be last location. This method very easy to use and only few passenger because it doesn't provide best service. As we can see from this figure, the total head count will become too many because the bus does not provide faster service and only focus who come first. And this method very easy to implement because the bus only focus on who come first. Then you go to the next slide. We have SRTF. SRTF is a form of SGF, which is shortest job first. We'll send to nearest location, and the further location will be the last location for the bus. As we can see here from the figure, the bus will send who passenger is near from the head start, and he will go to another nearest until the furthest location will be the last location, and this method will minimize the movement and minimize response time. It also may cause starvation of some passengers. Then we have scan. Scan will start at one end, which is start from head start and move to the direction until the end of the road. Then it will reverse to other direction and continue send passengers. This method sometimes called the elevator algorithm. As you can see from this figure, how bus move to the end of the road and continue service to another direction. This method want to eliminate starvation from passengers and work well with light and moderate passengers. And we go to C-scan. C-scan almost same with scan, but from the head start, bus will go forward to other end and reverse to another end first and continue servicing, continue send the passengers lah. And this method worked well with moderate to heavy load and small variance in sending time. This method doesn't have to travel unused track. Okay, we go for loop. The bus will send either one direction to the last location, but not the end of the road, and reverse continue sending passengers to another direction. So this method is same with scan, but bus will not go for the end of the road, only for last location, instead of only go for last passenger and send other direction and send passengers. Then last one, we go for C-loop. C-loop, same with C-scan, but will not go for the end road. It only for the last direction, last location. At the figure, we can see it's not much different with C-scan, only move to last location, but not end of the road. This method may not fair to recent requests, but high number track and more complex than scan, and causing to more overtrip. Then we go to result discussion. Result discussion, I will pass to Hudzaifah to explain about this topic.
Okay, all right. So as for the result, it may have variant type to send the passenger based on the algorithm as discussed by Wan just now. We can see how passenger will be sent, how to send the light and many passenger to reduce movement time or starvation requests, right? So right now we're going to discuss about the advantage and disadvantage of the method that has been discussed by Wan previously. The first one we're going to talk about first come first serve, FSFC. The advantage of this one is it's easy to implement, sufficient for light loads. Disadvantage is it doesn't provide the best average service and doesn't maximize throughput. For SSTF, it better than first come first serve. It can minimize arm movement, minimize response time. Disadvantage was may cause starvation of some requests, localized under heavy loads. The next one is scan and look. It can eliminate starvation, throughput like same like SSTF, and work well with light to moderate loads. But the cons for this one is it need directional bit. It is more complex algorithm to implement and increase overtrips, which is not good. It's gonna cost you longer time. For C-scan and C-look, the advantage was it worked well with moderate to heavy loads, no directional bit, small variance in service time. C-look doesn't travel to unused track, so it will save time. Disadvantage was these may not be fair to recent requests for high numbered track. It is more complex algorithm than scan, which can cause more overhead. So after this, we're going to show you a video, a short animation, just to explain more about the method.
Okay, you play the video. Okay, first is we have first come first serve. This is the visualize how first come first serve is visualized. You go who come first, then the last person will be last location. Then we go to SSTF, which is shortest job first. We will send passenger who the nearest location, and the further location will be the last location. Then we have scan. Scan will go to one direction until end of the road, and it will reverse, go to another direction, continue sending passengers. C-scan, then we go for C-scan. C-scan same with scan. It will go to one direction first until the end of the road, then you will turn back, turn to the another end and continue servicing. Then we go for loop. Loop also almost same, but it will go another direction. But this method will not go for end of the road, only for last location, then turn back to another direction, continue servicing. And last one, we have C loop. C loop will go for one direction first until no direction, then it will turn back to the last one and continue servicing. So this is visualize how this method was implemented. Then we go for the last one, last slide.
Conclusion. So for the
So in conclusion, every algorithm have its own advantage and disadvantage, but it depends on what algorithm is suitable for every situation. Performance depend on the number and type of passengers. Optimization algorithm only makes sense when the queue exists. So if the queue that did not exist, then it will not make sense for any of this algorithm. So I think that's all from us. Anyone wanted to add anything?
okay, I don't want. So
So we end for this
This- for this.
discussion with thank you. Thank
okay,
you.
thank you. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye.